way they are supposed to happen, Manuela.
The kind of man that one day came to Araguia to bring his father to say goodbye to his bedridden mother.
Tonight on NTV.
Sights and Sounds is brought to you.
We went to the movies. I forgot my wallet, but my brother sent me money.
I pretended not to notice.
Every day was a celebration.
Sights and Sounds is brought to you.
We went to the movies. I forgot my wallet, but my brother sent me money.
I pretended not to notice.
Every day was a celebration.
You can bring everybody in parliament as long as they can wake up and vote for their NRM.
As long as the voters exercise their rights to elect their leaders, there was no need for term limits in Uganda.
I know him. I know how he operates. I know how he thinks.
There are ways you can go around these obstacles.
Why should I conduct myself as if I am Muyai?
It's absolutely true. I admired the President Museveni.
Is the ICC a fiscal code targeting African leaders?
You cannot tell me that the whole trouble Kenya had revolved about only the two individuals.
The money is not in the budget of this financial year.
You can't beat God. You see, God is polygamous also. Look at Jeremiah chapter 31.
The security of this country will largely depend on the contribution that the people make.
A wife who you got through the office will be very insecure about you working in another place.
Always hunt up, don't hunt down.
You mean what? Go after your superior?
How dare you suggest that when a woman is aggressed against, we should look at the person who's been aggressed against?
Let the couple be. Let them sort out their issues. When they need you, then you come in.
Prostitution is being given a new brand.
All I know is that I connect people.
Let's not choose to open our zips and do whatever our urge is, because I don't think that an urge is stronger than your will to say no.
People attach a lot of questions, shame to HIV.
I do not believe that when you wear a short dress, you should be around.
Marrying a wife is like having assured sex.
Anytime you come, you must have.
Yes.
You raise a population that has no clue how to be men.
Can you bring out a quality family?
I don't get married for my family.
Men, every Wednesday only on NTV.
Street Live in association with Reham Cola. Taste it, believe it.
I start with the 20,000, but I started slowly. But right now, the smallest money I can earn 30,000 a day. Polishing is 1,000. Repairing, it depends the way you are repairing the shoe. If you are putting a sole, that is 7,000. Another one, if I'm putting like a half sole, you have to pay 5,000. Have achieved many things. One, I have built a house, the village. Right now, I rent. I have my own house. I went to a driving school. Right now, I have a driving permit.
Celebrate, you gotta celebrate. Reham Cola, taste it, believe it.
And the change of government won't stop a thing. I've run out of fingers counting the number of multinationals setting up here. What about the 3 companies that announced their plans to launch last week? I say they're shortly. Me, I'd be looking to sell. At what price? More. Much, much more. I don't know who you are or how you know these things, but one thing I'm sure of, you're in the wrong job. Here, call me tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'd like to hear more from you.
Are you ready for your big break? The East African, understanding the region.
NTV, turning on your world.
Good afternoon. Thanks ever so much for watching NTV. My name is Malcolm Sime. Let's have a look at the headlines as we go into NTV at 1 bulletin. Residents of Kasokoso run amok as a colleague is shot. Police seals roads as residents continue to riot.
So the
over the
IGG
arrest.
and all other institutions should come out as fast as possible to investigate the source of this money.
The opposition asked the Inspectorate of Government to investigate the source of the 6 billion shillings injected in the Chankwanzi resolution project. And MPs want an increase in the budgets for the health and education sectors to cater for children with special needs. Let's start with Kasokoso, where residents are engaged in running battles with the police force after their area chairman was arrested last night and they claim he was mishandled. We have some pictures from this morning's scuffle.
kati ono muganda wange kyavudda nkubira nangamba jangu nfandi munju okutuuka wera nesasi mu bati mweriise n'ekitya
kati bana omuntu agwere mwana omusaya afe olwokuba kamanda taliiwo
siniya
kamanda taliiwo
sojja batukubatiya gaasi bubi sojja batumazeeko emirembe
amateeka tegakyakola abantu ba Uganda bakkirize constitution yaffe tekyakola abantu
ne tusalawo okwekalakaasa okulaga gavumenti obutali bumativu nti tukooye abagwira okutulugunya naffe tuli bana Uganda ngabbo.
Yesterday we picked one called Musa Sechigudde. He has been on warrant. At first he was summoned by court, he refused to honor the summon. The second time the court still went ahead and gave someone, he refused. Now the third time they gave a warrant of arrest.
The Ugandan embassy in South Sudan is stuck with 2 bodies of Ugandans who died in a motor accident. Sarah Pio Tumwesije, the second secretary to the Ugandan ambassador to South Sudan, is appealing to whoever has any information of these men to come forward.
These 2 Ugandans, one called Kasumba Richard and another called Nsubuga Joseph, died in a motor accident from Nimule to Juba. Now, the relatives of these 2 people are not known. Kasumba Richard is from Kampala. Joseph Nsubuga is from Gomba, Mpiji. These bodies are in a mortuary in the Juba Teaching Hospital.
The former Special Forces commander in the Obote II government, Colonel John Ogole, who has been living in the United Kingdom, is reportedly dead. Shortly after returning from training at the elite Fort Leavenworth in the United States in 1983, Ogole was a key war strategist as the Uganda National Liberation Army fighters attempted to dislodge the NRA from its hideout in the Ruero Triangle. He also held several positions, including Brigade Commander, Deputy Director of Records, and Chief of Personnel in the UNLA. Moving on, Parliament has passed a resolution mandating the government to allocate more money to education and health sectors to cater for children with special needs. Parliament also directed ministries of gender, education and health to come up with reports indicating budgetary allocation to facilitate children with special needs.
At the faculty of special needs at Chambogo University, this faculty has been run down. Of recent, they cannot produce assistive devices. They cannot produce braille. They cannot produce white cane stick. They cannot produce the hearing devices they put on the ears. And when we went to Chambogo University, all the equipments to do the production are there. But the raw material is not there. The budget for that department, you've seen of recent in the papers, 130 million for special needs education was stolen. And we have special recommendation to the Minister of Education that the teachers trained in special needs education should be deployed to schools with children with disability, because the normal teachers who are not trained in special needs cannot teach children with disability.
In the new bill, which is now in print, we have provided in that under clause 6.6 that government will ensure provision of learning materials and assistive devices for children with disability. If they don't, there is a provision for a cost implication. We have also provided that parents will take their children to school. If they don't do that, they will be penalized before the law.
Members of opposition want the Inspectorate of Government to investigate the source of the funds that have been injected in spreading the NRM Chimpanzee resolution, which seeks to popularize the sole candidature of President Yoweri Museveni for the 2016 presidential elections, and they claim the party does not have the capacity to raise the over 6 billion shillings for this project.
What NRM is doing, they are spending 6.5 billion, which is not in the income of the party. Secondly, we have got the situation where we have the party is becoming a promotion party, like as if they are launching Coca-Cola soda or phono bottles. They are launching Nile Gold, whereby people are invited, they are given T-shirts, they are given beers free of charge. This is unfortunate for this country. So the IGG and all other institutions should come out as fast as possible to investigate the source of this money. When you look at the time NRM has been going to Chankwanzi, has been going to their state house, have been going to everywhere, they are getting this money. And where does it come from? Look at what they subscribe to their party and what they are earning out of the party. And then NRM, if he's paying 200,000 per year, that is 1.2 million. 1.2 million, but now he's getting 28 million to go and give out. Where do you get that money from the party?
What the NRM members of parliament is doing is a serious outright bribery of voters, because whatever they are doing, they are giving out money and they are campaigning for one candidate, the sitting president. We need to get accountability for these funds, where the money is coming from. I don't think these are party funds, these are state resources. And I think we are coming out to, as opposition, we are coming out to request